These seven habits actually hold a very strong promise to all of us. Let us just spend a few minutes listening to Stephen about what this seven habit promise is all about. And if we start to live and cultivate these seven habits within our day to day life, what impact they can have on us.
Habits are powerful forces in our lives. They determine our level of effectiveness or ineffectiveness. The purpose of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is to help you lead your life in a truly effective way. They represent a proven process of personal and interpersonal growth that can have both immediate and lasting impact. I'm asked fairly often, are the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People as relevant today as when you first wrote about them? My answer, the greater the change, the more difficult the challenges, the more relevant the habits become. Why? Because they are based on principles of effectiveness that endure. As you learn about the 7 habits, I invite you to apply them to the specific challenges and opportunities you are facing. Watch what happens. Your effectiveness will grow. Your influence will expand. Your relationships will improve.
Stephen says that the more the quantum of change, the more valuable these habits are because they will ensure that you are able to handle that change in a much more effective manner. I find that to be a very powerful and a consoling statement that, okay, if we invest in ourselves, if we invest in in building this character out of these 7 habits, then we will be able to rely on the changeless core and therefore bring about a meaningful contribution, whatever be the situations outside. So we will be essentially working on these 7 habits, and we'll be looking at how we can utilize them to build a leadership launchpad for ourselves, where we start with survival, with the most basic needs of human survival, move to stability, and then success, and finally a life of significance where we're contributing to others also. So that is what the 7 habits can lead us to, moving from a life of survival, just struggling to make ends meet, to actually living a life of significance where we handle not only the responsibilities well, but also make a meaningful contribution to the world around us.
The essential purpose of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is to learn how to lead your life in a truly effective way. To describe what the 7 Habits material is, let me share with you what it is not. It is not a quick fix program. It is not a program of the month. It is a process of personal and interpersonal growth and development. By applying this effort, you can expect to increase your capacity to achieve your personal and professional goals and to develop better working relationships with your associates and all of your loved ones. In short, you can expect to become more effective. Habits are powerful factors in our lives. They constantly express our character. They determine the level of our effectiveness or our ineffectiveness. 7 habits are simply common sense organized. But remember, what is common sense is not always common practice. So I encourage you to make the investment, put forth the time and effort. Focus on the kinds of changes you can make consistently and over time to develop these habits.